What's good, people? It is Tony the Savant. And before we get started, please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. As well, if you haven't already, please subscribe as I drop content daily, go live daily. Stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always intrigued to know what you all have to say about these topics. And ladies and gentlemen, I was just sitting here doing some work, getting ready for some all kind of the sporting events we got going right now. And this man, Gilbert Arenas, from time to time, I try to tune into his show. But man is a professional shock jock artist, okay? He is from the school of Skip Bayless. Because some of the stuff that some of the stuff that Gil be saying, he be on point. I'm not going to take that away from him. From time to time, I tune into Gilbert Arenas's podcast. I forget what it's called, honestly. It's Gil's Arena. And sometimes I am very impressed with the dialogue of the show, the topics, and mainly some of Gil's points, his talking points. But then other times, I tune into the show and I just got to shake my head because he up there acting a fool. And for whatever reason, I guess he trying to get the views up or something like that. Because man, the stuff that he be saying is just so off kilter. It's kind of wild that he even says what he says. But on a recent episode, and I can't really tell y'all, I just seen it might have been the most recent episode because it was just in the algorithm, videos playing on my playlist. But him, Nick Young, Keon Martin, and I believe Rashard McCants were having a discussion. They was having like multiple discussions. I ain't gonna lie, they was having multiple discussions. Things was getting kind of heated, some yelling ensued. But they got to a particular topic that just had me shaking my head, man. And they were talking about Kobe Bryant, and Gilbert Arenas says that Kobe Bryant wasn't, I think it was athletic enough to get by guys with one move. And from that point, Nick Young blew up, and they just started, the yelling ensued. The yelling ensued. Sorry, I wasn't. Come on, baby. There you go. But, yeah, and so they started going at each other, and it was hilarious, to be honest. But Gil said that Kobe was actually not athletic enough to get by defenders with one move, and I had to think like, which Kobe is he talking about? If he's talking about Vino was so we had young Kobe, Afro Kobe, that was number 8. We had 24. All right, 24, like the era immediately after turning his number to number 8, probably like the first 3 or 4 years. That's 24. And then we have Mamba Mentality, which is the last 2 championships, and what transitioned into Vino. Now Vino is the teacher. Vino stands for wine because Kobe's game aged like fine wine. That was one of his nicknames. If he's talking about Vino, then yeah, you got a point. But Vino was also 34, 35 years old. Okay, this is literally old Kobe. Of course, he wasn't blowing by guys at that point. But if we talking about young Afro Kobe, we talking about 24, and we talking about Mamba. Those phases of his careers, excuse me. I don't know what Gilbert Arenas cooking up. We could go to highlights with Kobe blowing by Gilbert Arenas with one move. Kobe had one of the quickest steps in his prime, and what he was able to do is add a lot of skills and footwork to that quick step. So he necessarily could get by you with one move, but Kobe he played in the most defensive era in NBA history. I think a lot of people forget that. So Kobe had to have multiple moves because he would get past his defender and then have to meet 2 or 3, a small forward, a power forward, and possibly a center waiting for him at the rim. So at the end of the day, of course you're going to have some extra moves for that kind of stuff. But like I said, Gilbert Arenas, man, sometimes he say stuff and I just think he's just being a shock jock artist. And I think this is one of the points because easily easily could have just Googled some highlights of of Kobe Bryant demolishing defenders. I mean, this ain't breaking news to nobody. We all know Kobe's work. But you're talking about a dude from the Kobe Bryant era talking greasy like this. And this is why a lot of these young boys out here, man, that didn't get the opportunity or the privilege to see Kobe Bryant play, live and in person. Uh, those guys, they kind of go off the word of a guy like Gilbert Arenas, and they're at a disservice because Gil will say something like that, and it's completely false. All right, if you did not see Kobe Bryant play, and you are unfamiliar with his game, on a nuanced level. Of course, you may know the name, you may seen some highlights, but if you have never seen Kobe evolve, like I did, Kobe went from a super athletic guy to a cerebral, just a all out scorer. That if you want to put him in that class, from like 02 to 08. You know what I mean? Nobody was rocking with Kobe on an individual level, on an isolation level. Like he was tearing the league apart. And then, like I said, then you get Mamba, where he understood that he had a role to play if he wanted to win championships. That's when he was able to incorporate Lamar Odom, Paul Gasol, uh, uh, what's my man's Brian Artest, known as Meta World Peace. So that's when he turned into Mamba, and he understood, what the parts of his game that he was willing to sacrifice in order to become a NBA champion again. And then again, like I say, you got Vino, who was the after the injuries, and he still tried to push through. That's Vino because he was still getting buckets on all these young boys. Even with the compiling of injuries, even with age, working against him, he was still able to do what he did. And of course, he retired out as 2017. But uh, Gil needs to chill out on the cap, man. It's enough attacking. It's enough attacks on the old era. And again, I think that my platform is going to be a much more a better service in the future than it is even right now, because it's going to be a lot of young NBA fans that come along after us, the new generations of fans, and they may not have the privilege of being able to watch a Kobe play again. So they're gonna have to depend on YouTube commentary. Guys like my videos and others that really had to keep Kobe's legacy alive, especially since he's passed away. He can't speak for himself anymore. We got to keep Kobe's legacy alive and also keep it honest, keep it truth and transparent, man. Because Kobe was no bum. He was the closest thing to a Michael Jordan that we ever seen in our lifetimes. Don't let them fool you or lie to you. It ain't no LeBron James. It ain't no Kevin Durant, whoever they try to cook up. No, it was Kobe Bean Bryant, closest thing we ever seen to Michael Jordan. And yeah, Gilbert Arenas is totally false. Maybe Gil still in his feelings from all the times Kobe cooked him. Maybe, But anyway, that's all I got for y'all on this video. Please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. As well, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as I drop content daily, go live daily. Stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always interested to know what y'all got to say about these topics, especially something like this. Especially when Gil is out here wilding out. Tell me what y'all think about it. I am Tony the Savant. Peace.